Alright everyone, we are here with week 2 of POCL, and this time was much different because, well, I had to play a totally different tier than I'm familiar with. This is a match against Afro Smash in the XYLU tier, and yeah, this was pretty interesting, firstly, because I know Afro Smash is overall a definitely much better player than I am in the lower tiers. And so to build for this match, I kinda took Pokemon that I've used before in the OU tier, and put them together with a team. So, as you can see, we both have Hail on our teams. Both are fairly offensive. I'm using an offensive Registeel with 2 attacks, Rocks, and Paralysis. The only wall is my Cresselia. The other Pokemon are naturally bulky, and yeah, looking at the team, my key players are definitely Registeel and Machamp. I could see these doing a lot of work for the team overall. And his Tornadus is pretty scary for my team, since I do know that in this tier they run physically offensive sets, but I do have my Raikou to scare that off. But yeah, I mean, I will be doing the commentary for this match as opposed to the other game with Shake, because I guess in a way this was a more respectable game than the other game, which was complete hacks, if you catch my drift. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. And so I'm going to be leading off with my Machamp just to see what he does. And he goes up for the spikes, I go for the knockoff. Now, fearing the Destiny Bond coming up next, I go into my Raikou because it's faster and I have sub on it, but he ends up going into his Tornadus, which is still a favorable matchup for me right here. And yeah, now he pulls the switch into his own Raikou. I go for the Hidden Power Ice, just safe play to see if he brings in Crocodile. I go for the sub because I'm not really afraid of Raikou right now, but he brings in his Abomasnow, which I mean I really can't beat at all with the Raikou. So I just go for the Thunderbolt right here just to get some chip damage off. And yeah, he ends up going for the Earthquake. Now I just want to make a safe play here, so I'm going to pull a switch off into my Cresselia, just because I know I can take any attack. I'm really bulky. He predicts that and goes for the Wood Hammer, but it does only 38%. Or around that much, and so it wasn't too bad at all. But now he's going to pull a switch into his Crocodile. I'm going to predict that and go for the Moonblast right here. And yeah, now I'm going to switch off because I don't want to get hit by a knockoff or anything like that. And so I'm going to bring in my own Machamp, and he goes for the Stealth Rocks. So I have Stealth Rocks and Spikes on my team. This is not good at all. But I'm going to predict that he's going to try and sack his Froslash, so I'm going to go for the knockoff right here. And yeah, but my knockoff is disabled now, so he's going to bring in this Tornadus. I mean, I still need my Machamp for sure, so I'm just going to go into Registeel. It's a safe play right here just to, see what he ends up doing. So he goes for the Acrobatics. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go for the Iron Head, predicting the Crocodile. And yeah, so I am an offensive set, so it's going to do a lot more damage. Not enough to kill it though, so I'm just going to switch into my Flygon, predicting the Earthquake right here. And yeah, I want those hazards gone for sure, so I'm going to go for the Defog. He does bring in his Defiant Tornadus right here, so he's going to get a nice attack boost. I can't switch out because I need all my other team members healthy. So I sack the Flygon, bring in Raikou to scare off the Tornadus. And he's going to bring in his own Raikou here to take the Thunderbolt. I mean, I think we're both making pretty safe plays here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Abomasnow just to get up Hail, take the Volt Switch. He can't really switch into his Crocodile now, otherwise he's going to die from Hail. That was my strategy there. So now I'm going to go and switch into my Registeel just to take the Acrobatics once again. And yeah, I think here I'm going to get up my Stealth Rocks, I believe. So just to wear down his team. But he does reveal that he has Bulk Up. So I do not want to take a superpower. I know that I'm going to die, so I'm going to switch into my Cresselia just to make him, go for the superpower, lose his stat boosts right here. And yeah, so pretty much I'm in a pretty safe position right here. I know he can't switch in Crocodile. He wants to get rid of those rocks. So what he's going to do here, he's going to bring in Starmie. I'm going to predict that and go for the T-Wave right here. And yeah, now what I'm going to do is just going to try and wear down his Starmie little bit by little bit. So I'm going to go for the Moonblast. And yeah, he's paralyzed here, but on the next turn he's going to be able to Rapid Spin, which is pretty much Starmie's role. So Starmie gets the job done. But I'm going to get a higher damage roll here and knock out the Starmie, which was pretty fortunate for me. But now he's going to bring in his Crocodile since the rocks are gone, there's no Hail, and he's going to get up his rocks. I'm going to predict that, just go for the Moonblast here. I didn't really want to switch out or anything like that. And yeah, so now he's going to go into his Abomasnow. I'm just going to go for the T-Wave here just to, play it safe. He ends up revealing he is Swords Dance, so I'm going to have to sack the Cresselia. So I'm just going to go for like a Psyshock, and then he just goes for the Wood Hammer. Does a good amount of damage, knocks out my Cresselia, and my safest play is just to go into the Registeel right here and make a safe Iron Head play right here. I mean, there's no prediction needed, especially when he's at +2. And now he's going to bring in his Tornadus. He goes for the superpower. I barely hang on. I go for the T-Wave right here, which is fortunate for me. And I pretty much win the game from here because I can just bring in Machamp. I mean, I can pretty much revenge kill I go for the knockoff, but I completely forget he doesn't have an item. He goes for the acrobatics. Somehow I live. Somehow I live that acrobatics. I have no idea how, but I just go for the dynamic punch here. And now he brings in his Raikou, which is his last Pokemon. And yeah, he's gonna go for the extra sensory. A flinch on my Abomasnow would be really bad for me. However, fortunately for me, I am able to avoid that flinch and go for the Earthquake and win the game. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this match. This was week 2 of POCL, and stay tuned for the next week coming up. Yep, thanks for watching, guys, and peace.